Hey there, and welcome to Barking Bird. It is a rainy Thursday evening here in Florida. It is not Saturday. I do not have an enormous burrito or a cup of coffee with me, though I did go out Saturday, and all that did happen, and I hit a bunch of yard sales, but not much happened there. In fact, this is what I found. It's a battery. I got it for $1. I don't even think I found that at a yard sale. I think I got that at a thrift store after the fact. It was basically a complete strikeout on Saturday, but that sort of thing happens. So we're going to do a video about what sold this last week, because what we picked up ain't going to take much time. In fact, that part's already done. Spent $1, made 20. I think that's about what that'll sell for. Before we get into that, though, I want to go on I guess a small rant. I don't like to do rants, but just been running into some issues this week. I'm getting a little tired of folks on both sides of this whole thing about the COVID vaccine. You know, if you want to get one, get one. If you don't want to get one, don't get one. It's really not much anybody else's business, in my opinion. An opinion is important there. I mean, some folks might say, yeah, if you don't get it, it affects me. But I just don't quite follow along with that one. I've run into some family issues this week. I got the vaccine. I didn't particularly want to. I got it because I'm going to see my 83-year-old dad next month. And I went a couple of weeks ago to see a bunch of relatives in their 80s. And I wanted them to feel comfortable. I don't think it's particularly dangerous. It might be, it might not be. Again, I don't know, and I don't think anybody really does. I might be starting to side with the idea that it is dangerous. I mean, I did have a reaction. I got the Johnson & Johnson shot because I really don't care for needles. I had to go to about 3 different places that advertised no appointment necessary to get the darn thing, and then I had to beg for it. But I did end up getting it. It made me sick for a couple of weeks. Not badly sick. I had some tightness in my chest. I had some shallow breathing, headaches, tiredness. Tiredness hasn't really gone away, but I don't know that that's associated with that. The rest of it, though, I do believe was associated with the shot. I was a bit concerned about it, went to the doctor just to make certain, and they said, oh no, that's just the shot. Okay, no big deal. And the next day after I went to the doctor, it ended. But where I've really had some problems with this is, again, if you don't want it, don't get it. If you want it, get it. But when you start trying to tell other folks that they shouldn't get it or that they should get it in order to protect themselves, I think you're stepping out of line. I think you're getting into business that ain't yours. Let's face it. I mean, for the most part, I believe we're all grown-ass adults here. We can make these decisions by ourselves, and when you start telling somebody they need to protect themselves without them asking, if they ask, that's a whole different thing. Well, for crying out loud, you're stepping out of your lane. If somebody comes to you and says, somebody comes to me and says, hey, I'm really not comfortable being around somebody that hasn't had the vaccine, fair enough. I mean, if that's where you're at, that's where you're at, then I can make a decision. Anybody can make a decision as a grown adult as to whether or not that relationship is important enough to them to attend to at this point. So anyway, folks, in the words of little Shirley's boy, stop it, white folks, and everybody else. By the way, if you haven't seen little Shirley's boy over on TikTok, you should go check him out. He is funny as heck. Anyway, we're gonna cut the rant. I apologize for the rant. I don't like doing those things. I like to keep it kind of on the positive level. But let's get into what sold this last week.
Well, we started the week off with this Callaway Big Bertha Steelhead Plus 7 wood. It's left-handed, it has a steel shaft, and it's Uniflex. We paid $5 for it. We got $31.95. Then we sold this Excalibur Igor talking chess computer. We got that at a yard sale for $7, and somebody paid $35 for it. I was a little disappointed to sell this one. I've got a new computer coming next week, and I was contemplating using it for that. It is a Logitech optical marble mouse. That's what I use on all my computers, have for years. We got this many months ago in a thrift store for $3, and we sold it for $28.95. Then we have this Prince 03 Hybrid Spectrum 110 square inch tennis racket with case. I believe I picked that up at a garage sale. We paid $5 for it. We got $44.95 plus shipping. All of these, by the way, are plus shipping unless I say otherwise. Well, here is a RA fail. We got these Pokemon cards, doing a little RA earlier in the year. We paid $136 for these. We got $150, so we made a $14 profit. It's not a complete bust, but that type of return, it's not what I am doing this for. But there you have it. We made $14. Another retail arbitrage fail. This is a Paw Patrol bicycle helmet by Bell. It is the character Sky. It's for a toddler. We paid $5 for it. We got $10 for it. Again, we didn't lose money, not a complete loss. Sometimes you step out, you do a little something, try to learn. That's what I did here. And, well, you just don't get the returns that you need. Picked up this Canon PowerShot ELPH100HS 12.1 megapixel camera at a garage sale. We paid $3. We got $23 for it. I'll take that all day. Next, we have this TaylorMade R7 Super Quad driver. It's 10.5 degree loft. It has the Reax 55 regular shaft in that. It's right-handed. Very nice club. I ended up taking an offer on this. I had it listed, I think, at $70. I took an offer for $50. It needs a grip, and it had sat here for a while. It wasn't getting much attention, and I suspect it was because it needs the grip. But we got that out of there. We paid $4 for it. We sold it for $50. I don't know how you complain about that. Shoes. Obviously, a lot of people wear them, so there's got to be a big market for them. I'm trying to figure that out a little bit. One of the things I think I'm figuring out is they need to be priced aggressively. I've got a few pairs of shoes sitting around here, and they tend to sit for a good long while. These New Balance 412 all-terrain running shoes, they've been here for a few months. I paid $5 for them. We got $25. That is good return, and they don't take up a huge amount of space. Again, I just need to figure them out a little better. More golf clubs. I've actually sold these twice. So the Adams Tight Lies 6, 7, 8, 9 and pitching wedge. They're the TL model, light flex graphite shaft, right-handed. The first guy at the bottom couldn't hit him. I guess maybe he needed to go take a lesson or something. But anyway, I got him back, and I sold him again within a week. This time I did take a best offer of about $4 less than I had originally listed them for. But we paid $5 for the set of them. We got $62. Callaway Big Bertha Steelhead Plus, left-handed 5-wood, Uniflex steel shaft. If it looks similar to something else, this is the 5. The other one was the 7-wood. We paid $5 for this one also, $32. This Leapfrog sat here for a long time. I thought this one would sell pretty quickly. It is the Leapfrog Leapster Explorer. It's got a cover with it. It's got the stylus with it. It's a pretty nice unit. No damage to it. I ended up making an offer to watchers on that. I bought it for $4. We sold it for $16.50. Epson Label Works LW400 label maker, plus a new roll of tape. We picked this one up at a garage sale for $12. We sold it for $60. That's a good deal anytime. Then the last sale of the week is this Tommy Armour Silver Scott 845S set of irons. This is the 3-iron through the pitching wedge. We got $55 for it. We paid $10. That's a pretty good return in itself. Normally I expect to get more than that for this set of golf clubs, but this had something I had never seen. There is a cross, it's almost like these sat on a shelf on a bar. There is a rust spot on every shaft at the same spot. I don't know how well that's going to hold up for the folks, but it is a good set of irons. Normally without that, these things would sell for $110, $120. With that, I felt it needed to be priced down a little bit, and, well, we sold them pretty quick. So I must have been onto something there.
Well, it is a little bit later and the rain has stopped. The humidity has decidedly not. It is quite humid out, but heck, welcome to Florida in the summer, right? You saw what I've done, and the title of this video is there a summer slowdown? Well, obviously for me there is. We sold, we spent $194 on the stuff that we sold this week. We sold it for $636, $442 is more money than I had at the start of the week. Now, that's before eBay gets their hands on it. eBay will take about $100 out of that. We had a total profit of about $342. Heck, multiply that out through the year, we're about $16,000, $17,000. I would be, that's a lot of extra money for me to have in the year, but that's not why I do this. So is there a summer slowdown? Well, for me, obviously there is, but I don't think that's the important question. I think the important question is, why is there a summer slowdown? And when I look a little more closely, the reasons are pretty obvious. I mean, one, of course, and one that everybody likes to talk about is, well, folks aren't buying as much this time of year. They're on vacation, that sort of thing. And certainly there's a bit of that. But above and beyond that, I haven't been listing. So I haven't been listing because I haven't been in town. I've been exhausted. The yard sales haven't been quite as good, so I haven't had as much to list, though I do have some stuff up there that needs to get put online. Heck, I spent 5 days traveling, 2 days on, 1 day each went on an airplane, 3 days running around like a chicken with my head cut off, visiting relatives out in Reno. And I came back, I was exhausted. I went straight to work on the next day. I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I went over to the villages because, well, that's where old folks go in Florida. Went to visit a couple of guys that I worked with back around like 1985, 1986. That's a long time ago. I had a good time. One of them I hadn't seen in, well, heck, 35 years. So it was, again, we had a good day, but heck, I got home midnight that day. I got up Sunday morning. I was going to go right to work listing stuff, and my body said, no, let's watch the Olympics. So I did. But that's why I'm having a summer slowdown. It's because I haven't been doing my work. Now, there's good reasons why I haven't been doing my work. I'm not getting lazy. But yeah, there's stuff going on. And anytime you get stuff going on, anytime you're not listing, anytime you're not doing your part, all of a sudden your sales drop off. I've got plenty of things in my store. It seems to me that they ought to keep selling anyway, and they have. $342 in profit last week. And all I had to do was ship, really. I don't think I listed a single thing over the last week. But, again, I need to get listing again, and that's going to change. I'm taking off next week. I'm going to go up to the 127 yard sale. That'll be 4 days of hardcore yard selling. My goal is $1,000 a day on that, so I should have about $4,000 in profit. I don't know where the heck I'm going to put everything when I get it back home, but that's my goal. We'll see if I meet it or not. That would be a fantastic goal to hit. It would keep me listing stuff for a good while, certainly until the yard sales pick back up around here. But even more than that, it's going to be about having fun. I think I'll probably see a couple of folks up there that I know. Get to have dinner with some friends that, well, don't live around here. And just kind of tear it up. Putting in effort is winning. When you put the effort in, you will win. When you win, you smile. When you smile, everybody else smiles with you. We will see you next week. Bear down.